Welcome back to my channel, Literary Lauren. Today we are going to embark on a little experiment to see how much I realistically read within 1 week. I have Kindle Unlimited at the moment and I've read the first book in the Legends of Thesma series last week, and so I think we're picking that up and continuing the series in this video. I am so excited to dive into the rest of the series because the first book did leave me intrigued, but without further ado, you are going to come along my week with me, and along the way we're going to check in and see how many pages I can read in one single week. Hello, welcome to my bathroom. I need to do my skincare and makeup to get ready for the day. I did have a little bit of a lazy morning. I really have no excuses. I need to get up, out and ready for the day, but I thought I would just take you along while I do my skincare and my makeup, because I have found that doing my makeup of a morning, even if I'm working from home, just helps me get into a headspace where I can do work. I think I finished the book that I'm on, like at least at some point during today, and then I can start the third one when I'm trying to get to sleep tonight. So that would be a win if I can manage to do that between all the work that I have to do, because I have to edit the video that is going up today, but it'll be the video that's like 3 weeks ago. I have to edit that. I have to do some social media posts for Lorelei Graphic Design, which is very exciting because I haven't posted on there for months and months. So I will check in with you probably once I've done my makeup and talk you through what we're doing for the rest of today, how many pages I've read so far today. I am currently sat outside, so if you can hear birds and the like, that is why. I thought I would give you a little check-in for Vows and Ruins. I think I was at about page 410 when I first started reading this morning. We're now at 478. I have read about 68 pages so far this morning, and I'm 92% of the way through this book. I think there's about like 540 pages of this book. 524. Sorry, I lied to you. So we're almost at the end, 8% left. I think I'm just going to punch it out. I'm currently sat outside with the puppy dog because he needs a little bit of supervision. Yeah, I'm talking to you because we've got the Roomba going inside and he's petrified of it. I will update you probably when I'm finished at this point. Very minor spoiler warning for Vows and Ruins, but I have a bit of a gripe with this book. It's kind of annoying me. They're talking about going to war, so there is a battle at the end of this book. That's minor spoilers, but they keep having like intimate, spicy scenes, and in my head I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the last one, and then we're fine. And then it's like, oh, a fade to black, which I was also fine with, being like, oh, okay, so that's gonna be their last time. And then I kind of zoned out a little bit because this book isn't fully capturing me, but I am kind of into it. But I kind of zone out and I clock back in again for a ship reading the page, and it's another scene, and I go, guys, you're at war, let's sort out our priorities a little bit. That's just my only gripe with the book, is that I'm really getting sick and tired of I'm getting a bit sick and tired of these scenes placed for spicy's sake. It's all intimacy for intimacy's sake rather than this is a strong emotional moment, let's reinforce it. It's kind of just like, hey you, hey me, yeah, let's go. There's no emotional payoff for me. It's kind of like, let's rinse and repeat the same formula without the emotional payoff. And then when there is emotional payoff, there's no like, not for you, no, sorry. Whoa, something massive just happened. What? Another scene, and all they actually need to do right now is catch each other up on what they've been up to. Something's just happened, and I think it's all coming together. And it might just bump up my rating of this book if it's what I think it is. No, it can't be. I just finished the book and I came inside because it was getting a little bit chilly outside, but I finished it. I feel like it's the 3.5 stars. I have very complicated feelings about it, but the last like 8% was very punchy. So I am very happy with that. I was mistaken and the spin-off series isn't on Kindle Unlimited, so maybe I'm just gonna have to purchase it. Blasphemous. But I'm going to start on the third book. But in this first little morning reading sprint, I read 114 pages, give or take. So I think that's pretty good. And I was like kind of like gasping and filming at the same time. So I did read a little, like a touch slower than I normally would. It is Tuesday morning, and I thought I would give you an update of everything that I read yesterday. I managed to read 200 pages. So I finished Vows and Ruins, and I am on to the next book, which is Fate and Furies. I read the 120-ish pages that I had left of that book, and then I got 80 pages into Fate and Furies, which I think is pretty good. My thoughts on Vows and Ruins is the reveals, as you would have seen, had me gobsmacked. I was so invested in the end, but to get there, I now realize why we had all of those scenes to build up trust between the characters, and now it's kind of made me think, oh, okay, there was intention to how much intimacy we were getting, but at the same time, I don't think I loved it. So I think probably like a 3.5 stars. This one's off to a better start though. So we are a year, there is a bit of a time jump. I think there's a year's time jump between book 2 and book 3. I can't really say more without spoiling it. I don't really want to spoil things. I don't know if I've actually said this, but I'm reading the Legends of Thesma series. It is a very palatable romantasy series to get into. I would say that the world building isn't like blow your socks off, keeps you on your toes. Some things are a little bit predictable. It does fall into kind of the very common plot twists that you would see in romantasy. It does give you a little bit of twist to it, but it is very like typical of the genre. I do have a chill day. I actually don't need to do anything or go anywhere. So I am just dressed and ready for nothing. Reading a book, talking to you. That's what I'm doing today. Unless I get an email and I have to do freelance revisions, which is fine. We are nearing the end of the night and I am crashing hard. All I want to do is get into bed and read, so I thought I would check in with you because I'm probably not going to get the chance to check in with you tomorrow morning because I have work. I am now up to page 366, so I've read approximately 180 pages, I think, if my maths is right. And I'll probably read maybe 15 to 20 pages before I go to bed, so it's kind of crazy. I could have read 200 pages in one day. 200 pages is pretty damn good, and I'm 80% of the way into this book now. So I'm going to cuddle up into bed and try to sleep. I will talk to you probably tomorrow night. I probably won't get much reading done tomorrow because I've only got like 2 10s and a 30-minute break. But I might have a little bit of reading time while I have my morning coffee because coffee is everything to me. I have already tried to film this once and then my microphone died, so we are going to keep it short and snappy. I didn't get a chance to read too much today. It's Wednesday evening. I should have said that straight off the bat, but I only got to read 20 pages today, and most of it was this morning when I was having my morning coffee. I am 89% of the way through this book, which I feel pretty good about. I think I could finish it tonight. My boyfriend is out for the night, so I think I'm going to take my makeup off, crawl into bed, and just read. I've had the busiest day. Work was just hectic, and you know when you have like one of those like moments at the start of the day that just get you a little bit off kilter, and then for the rest of the day you just feel off. That's what I was experiencing today, and I just feel very socially drained. I am just so tired and I'm extremely introverted, so it would make sense that some days I just need quiet, but I have to back up and do it again tomorrow. But tomorrow is not as long a day, thankfully. I have a shorter day and it feels a lot more manageable, and then I'm going out to dinner with one of my closest friends. So that's a win. In my book, I am going out to celebrate with a friend. Sorry for the low energy check-in. I am going to go take my makeup off, get into bed, and not talk to anyone for the rest of the night. It is Thursday morning and I'm about to get ready to take the puppy dog for a walk because he is demanding that I take him for a walk. I wanted to check in because I finished the third book in the Legends of Thesma series, so Fates and Furies. After I checked in with you yesterday, I just stayed in bed and read and did nothing else for that whole night, so it was very nice to just turn my brain off and enter into a fantasy world that has no consequence to my own life. I will work out in post how many pages that works out to be for today for this little check-in. I don't know how I feel about the ending. I don't know how I feel about the series as a whole. It's kind of like a drab, okay, this is cool kind of vibe. Like, I don't know. I went into it with pretty high expectations because I had heard so many good things about it. So I think maybe that reality isn't kind of coming to fruition. I'm not excited to pick up the fourth book. I am at work all day, so chances are I'm not going to read a single bit. I really don't know what I feel about it. To be honest, I don't even know what my rating is of this third book because I have no idea. Honestly, if we're trending the same way, I'd say maybe 3 stars. I think it was pretty meh. Like, I feel nothing towards it. I know that by the end of this year, I'm not going to be able to recall or differentiate between the first, second, third, and fourth book. Ciao for now. I'll talk to you later. It is Saturday night. I don't know if did I update you this morning? I can't remember. Anyway, it's Saturday night. I did a little bit of reading. I feel like I am entering book slump, reading slump territory. We're going out to dinner, so hopefully that'll energize us a little bit. Thoughts on the book, Shadow and Storms by Helen Schurer. This is the fourth book in the series. I don't know if I updated you with the close of the third one. I was skim reading a lot of that ending because I was like, and the start of this book kind of started out the same, but I think I'm invested again because we're getting the found family elements again. Everyone is together, they're coming back, and it's not just our couple. I have come to realize that I care more about our female main character. The male main character, I'm like, yeah, okay, like, I hope you're okay, but I care about the broader scheme of things. But I will also say that I am craving the physical book reading experience, so I'm hoping that I can finish this book tomorrow so I can start the new week with a new physical book, which you will maybe see in a later vlog. I don't know yet, but I'm really kind of sick of reading on this thing. This is the 8th book in a row. Anyway, I'm going out to dinner. I'm going to have a great feed, and then I will come back here, probably need to clean my room, and by probably I mean definitely, because it's a mess again, even though I cleaned it top to toe 2 days ago. It is technically Monday because Sunday was my day off. I did not touch a book, I did not read, I did not pick up a camera, I did literally nothing. To put it simply, I think this realistic reading vlog has been so realistic that I've read myself into a reading slump. My first reading slump of 2025. And I think it is because I am rather over this series. I'm now up to page 150 of 427. Could we maybe read this book today? Because I want to be done, A, with this vlog, and B, to put it very simply, the next video that's coming out are books that I'm excited to read. They're sat on my shelves, they're taunting me, and I know that they're just gonna pick me up out of the little slump that I found myself in. I'm up to chapter 17, 35% of the way into this book. It is getting pacier, which is good. I think the main plot, I think the climax of the story is about to happen. I think people are going to die. You know what? I need some heartache. I don't know why, because I really do like some of these characters, but I just need a little bit of heartache so that I can get reinvested. It's really just a test if I care at all. I do find myself laughing every now and then, but it's mainly for Kip and Cal. I think they're the only two that I'm like, yes, I'm hooked, but I'm vibing with Ren and the person that is most likely her love interest. And my average time for finishing a book has been 3 days. This book I've been reading since Thursday, and I'm only 35% of the way in. And mind you, 10% of that was from today. 5 days, and I'm not even 50% of the way into this book. I don't know if I'm slumping because of this series and because I'm not as invested in the characters. Sorry to the Wilder and Thea lovers. I love Thea. Wilder just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, it's just taking me a while. Anyway, I am really going to try and finish this book today. So little did she know that she wasn't going to finish that last book for another 5 days. I was in the biggest slump known to man, and I had to drag myself out of it. It was awful. The last book was really just a 2.5 or a 2 stars. I really didn't like it. I agreed with so many other people, and if I thought the intimacy scenes were lacking or lacking emotion and depth in the first couple of books, boy was I in for a shock, because the last book I couldn't do it anymore. I was skipping it, but in this book there should have been more emotional payoff. Those scenes weren't even reinforcing that emotional payoff. it was just in the way of them communicating, of them having serious connecting moments. I don't know, I just didn't like them as a couple. Maybe because I didn't like Wilder. Just didn't work for me, and I'm so disappointed, but I definitely will pick up the spin-off, which is the Ashes of Thesma series. I have the first book on my shelves, so I will pick that up sooner rather than later, and the next book comes out in July, so we'll see how we go with that one. But yeah, bit of a disappointing vlog, but check out next week because maybe, just maybe, I may have found the cure. I may have found the very cure for book slumps and reading slumps, which I think all of us kind of need at some point in our reading journey. Our grand total of pages read within a single week was approximately 750, which is wild given the fact that I was in a reading slump and I did read myself into that slump. I think that is kind of an average week for me. I do finish books quite quickly, bar that last one. And because they were bigger fantasy novels, I think that's why we have such a high count. And also reading on my Kindle, it flies by. That's how the experiment kind of played out, but I'm happy with how much we read. I wish I didn't get myself into a slump though. I will see you in the next video. Have a lovely week.